Case Keenum, the Vikings quarterback and one of McLovin's boyfriends, as he has a new man crush, it feels like every year on a quarterback, and this year it is Case Keenum. Next year, when Case is playing for the Cleveland Browns, McLovin probably won't care about him.
Oh, come on.
Yes, Paulie.
We do have a major breaking story, though. McLovin often dresses like the people he admires and is friends with. Fritzy going boot bros with Case Keenum this morning. Take a look.
How about that? I took a chance, and there we are.
Hijacking the friendship.
Case, do you have a large pimple on the side of your face like Fritzy does?
I don't understand why that.
Oh, my gosh.
Did you see that
Holy
thing?
cow.
Like,
It's so early, and you're already throwing shots,
that
man.
actually
Holy cow.
almost poked Seton in the eye.
I was up all night putting hot compresses on it and Clearasil, and you still got to call attention.
It's the dry weather up
that what
here,
it
man.
is?
Oh, is that what it is?
I would say maybe it was that plunge he took, but I don't think he got lower than that.
No, Fritzy slipped
Polar squat
in.
that I just went.
I heard about that one, too.
You know what? When you slip into a bathtub, you know, that's what Fritzy did in the polar plunge. He tried to slip in.
Raise all this money for charity and they just booed me.
Who gets
horribly.
booed at raising $10,000 for charity?
Wow.
But the
That's
Danettes
impressive.
did. Yeah,
That's
with
impressive.
Fritzy.
Jump in the pool, loser.
At least you got great boots, man.
Yes, as do you.
We had
I'm having a moment right now.
we had Stephon Diggs in a couple of days ago, and what a good kid, man. I mean, he's got a lot of personality.
Oh, yeah.
That young. And I said, how do people react to you here in Minneapolis? He said, men and women come up and kiss me. So he said, hug me. I said, men do? He goes, yeah. I mean, and it feels like maybe you guys never moved on from the magic of all of that. I know, like, subconsciously, maybe you didn't. Consciously, you did. But the energy that you guys think spent talking about it, reflecting on it, celebrating it, did it affect you at all in Philadelphia?
You know, it could have. You know, it's one that it's still sinking in. Like, you know, I think the fact I've been watching, you know, Diggs do interviews, saw him on here, and like he's you know, he's going to answer that question for the rest of his life, and I'm sure I'm going to be asked a lot of those same questions, and you know, I don't know if we know the magnitude of what it was, but we tried as best we could to move past it. But I mean, we were getting asked about it even on Saturday, you know, from, you know, production meetings and stuff. So it's.
Have you watched the film of Minnesota against the Eagles?
Yeah.
How tough?
It was tough, man. It stings, man. You know, I know McLovin's here is grinning behind me.
Did you know?
No,
come on. Did you know that he's an Eagles fan?
You know, I think I may have known it before a little bit, but like, I don't know. It seems to be coming out even more now.
Now that the Eagles are here. Yeah.
Listen, if you had won, I'd have my face painted purple right now. I'll go with the winner.
Are you going to go to the game?
No.
Can't do it.
No, I don't even think I'm going to watch it this year.
Really? Do you normally not watch it?
I don't make a point to or to not, but I think we have a flight scheduled at that time. So
you're flying out on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Well, it wasn't on accident.
I'm assuming you're going to someplace warmer.
Yes. We're going to migrate south.
How would you feel if this was an outdoor stadium?
Well, I mean, they did it for a few years, and there's stories. I mean, those guys, you know, a lot of guys on the team that were playing those years, you know, talked about the Seattle playoff game, and then there's 2 or 3 other games that people were. I mean, it was miserable.
Would you embrace a home field advantage, you know, like Green Bay has? It gets a little colder here, I think, than in Green Bay.
I definitely think we would. We were, you know, at the game in Philly. I think it was around 40 degrees that game, and you know, we're coming out to warm up. It's like, this is incredible. Like, I don't know, you live here and you're outdoors enough to where you get used to. I mean, I don't know if you get used to -5 like it is today, but
no, this is a real cold, even for somebody who lives here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean it.
When you walk outside, that first breath you take, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah,
it's painful. You know, and you try to cover up as much as you can, but yeah, dealing with this makes 30 or 40, you know, feel like a nice spring day.
Talking to Case Keenum of the Vikings joining us, Dan Patrick Show. If Tom Brady were to ask you, hey, what'd you see in the Philadelphia game? What would you tell him? What could I take advantage of?
If Tom asked me?
Yes.
You know,
how good would that be, though, if Brady says, hey, Case, it's Tom.
Yeah, did you give him my number?
Paulie, I think, tried to give it to Brady.
We'll do it.
Yeah. What would you say?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great defense. Obviously, you got to take care of the football.
But what am I taking? Where's this soft spot?
I think they're a different team. Playing at home, I think their rush is really tough. So it'll be interesting to see, how the crowd noise affects it in here and what that'll be like. Up front they're really good. They really are. On the back end, I think they're solid. I think those guys are all in the right place at the right time. But I think it's a kind of a take what they give you type of defense. If you're smart with the ball and don't take too big a risk. I think,
Wait, but this is Brady who's asking you.
Yeah.
And you're not telling him anything.
Well, it's really you asking me. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm basically Brady.
You're basically.
I'm playing the role of Brady here.
That's a tough one, man.
Like, Darby. Maybe I pick on Darby a little bit.
You think so?
Yep.
The corners to me, I thought they were real similar in my study.
Do you guys ever share information, quarterbacks?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, there's certain guys that you know. I've never talked to Brady about anything. I'll be honest. He's never really asked me. I mean,
yeah. You made it sound like you're refusing his phone calls. Here.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna click deny on that one there.
What quarterback are you great friends with?
There's a lot. I mean, Nick is one. Foles.
Now, what if Foles asked you for any advice?
Well, we didn't play the Patriots, and the Patriots are so game plan. I mean, they change up, week to week. But yeah, I mean, I would help Foles out. It's kind of one of those like, does it help you as much as it helps them sometimes? And so it's it's one of those, what do you get in a trade type deal?
Do you know where you're going to be next year?
I have no idea, man. I don't know where I'm going to be, in 2 weeks.
Because Alex Smith comes on and then gets traded 4 hours later. Would you be okay with being traded 4 hours from now?
I'd be up for anything. I mean, I've been around.
If somebody wanted you. See, my whole problem with what happened this year is it felt like you had to prove yourself each week. Mm-hmm. And then Coach Zimmer would go to the press conference, and then it didn't feel like he was going, yeah, Case is my guy. It was like, he is next week. But that's how it felt to us. How did it feel to you?
I tried to block a lot of that out. And I think I even made a joke to somebody NFC week like that I still hadn't been named the starter, it just kind of people just stopped asking the question because Coach Zimmer answered it the same way. And, that's great. I mean, that's how Coach Zimmer wanted to handle it, and I love playing for the guy. I think, I think he's a great coach. And,
but it feels like he wants Teddy Bridgewater back in there.
It's hard for me to read, too far into those things. I know that's what you guys do, and it's what you got all these.
Yes, that's why I have the Danettes here. Yeah, to read into it. Yeah, but it's one of those where you're going to find out relatively soon. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing what your future is.
Yeah,
going to be.
and I'm like I said, my family we're excited for the future. Obviously, this year I think it was a great chance for us as a team to prove what we can do. For me as an individual to prove myself, even on a bigger stage and what I've done before. So we're excited for what the future holds. We know we love it here in Minnesota.
But there's a lot of golf courses in Scottsdale, Case. I think that might be like I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go home and you say to your wife, "Hon, put away the winter clothes. We're going to Scottsdale."
Yeah, I'm sure she would say, "All right, give me the credit card. Let's go shopping."
Larry Fitzgerald picks you up at the airport. How's that sound?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
Okay, all right. I feel like we have to get you a job.
I mean, whatever it takes, man.
All right. I'm good. Any other rumors that I don't want to send you to Buffalo? I can't do that to your wife.
Well, we've already experienced, this. I mean, -5. I mean, we're up for whatever. We really are. I mean, we've been in LA. We've been in Minnesota now. So I think we got the two extremes. So
we have a special presentation, Paulie, right?
Yeah, this is really exciting. Case, on your behalf, Case came in with a gift. There's a young fan of Case Keenum who's here today. He's a really excited young guy, and if you could bring him up, he's Andrew McLovin Perloff. If you don't mind standing up.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Case, you have something?
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
I need some help here presenting this.
Okay. Wow, you spared no expense wrapping it.
It might be green underneath.
Oh, McLovin. Wow. So McLovin got his Viking jersey. It says Perloff on the back.
What's an Eagles fan going to do with that?
Yeah.
I'm the one who told Case, I'm like, listen, Adam Thielen's white, but he's really good. So he gives me a lot of credit for this season, I think.
I think you should put it on right now, McLovin. Okay. I think that would be nice.
That would go a long way for
Nice little gesture on Case's part.
Yeah. Should I go out for a pass?
Well, during the commercial break,
Yeah.
would you like to throw a couple passes
I
to
think so.
McLovin?
I think we
once
need that.
again, Alex Smith, once they saw the arm strength, that he immediately got traded to Washington.
And by the way, isn't Aaron Rodgers coming by later today?
Yeah.
How's he going to feel about this?
That'll be great. It's great to see you, Case. And once again, congrats on a great year, and hopefully get an opportunity at someplace this next season.
That ball's been used by now Dan Marino, Alex Smith. It's got Dan Marino lick moisture on it.
Yeah, what is it with you guys licking your fingers, man?
I don't know. It's just
you
so
do
dry here. Yeah, I do. I've gotten in a habit of doing it. You got to have the right. It's weird because you lick and then I wipe it off. So it's like the combination of those two things.
So you
I don't
lick
know.
it, then wipe it off.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know why I even do it sometimes.
All right. So we've had Dan Marino throw some passes to McLovin, and we've had Alex Smith, who got traded after throwing passes to McLovin. So
Look at that specimen.
now
man.
now you haven't made fun of Case Keenum's arm strength, right?
No. Case got a great arm. Did you see that pass to Stefan Diggs?
And Stephon Diggs too.
Yeah.
All right.
Just call him Diggsy, man.
Yeah.
Diggsy.
That works at all.
Oh,
Diggsy.
he hated that.
Have you ever had a receiver that looked like that on your team?
I can't say that I
Thielen?
have, man.
You do now.
Yeah, well, come on.
He's kind of a Thielen, like a poor man's
Are you
Thielen.
just putting all the white guys in the same category?
Yes, we always do that. He's probably crafty and, coach's son, good hands.
Real hard worker.
Cutty, hard work. Okay, here we go. So,
Okay.
2 throws, Case Keenum.
Yeah.
His final throws as a Minnesota Viking
Wow.
are right here. Wait, this is what happened with Alex Smith. Here we go, McLovin.
All right, let's see.
All right, here we go.
There you
Okay,
go.
all right,
There
not
it is.
bad.
Just warm
All
up,
right.
warm up.
Jeez.
Now we're going to
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Tight window.
All right.
Luke Kuechly draped all over McLovin.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice I got a bullseye right in the.
Case doesn't throw a catchable ball.
I heard, I felt footsteps
Andrew,
behind.
want one more?
One more.
All right.
Yeah, Case.
All right, Case, right here.
You hit the bullseye. Wow.
Hey, he may put him in the protocol real quick.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, thanks for coming by.
That was good, man.
Thank you, bud.
Appreciate
Good
you,
to
man.
see you.
Yeah.
Good luck, all right?
Thanks, man.
All right.
I appreciate you guys,
All
man.
right.
Being here.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
Pleasure.
All
That was
right.
fun, man. Appreciate you guys.
Good seeing you, man.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.